Now let's go on to the next topic where we'll be discussing untouchability and why is it such a serious social evil. Before that, I would like to discuss the Varna system with you. So the Indian society in ancient times was considered to be created by a king by name Manu. He had written all the rules of society in his book called Manusmriti. As per this book, there are 4 castes. The Brahmin, who is considered to be the highest or the priest, the Kshatriya or the warrior, the kings, everyone comes in the Kshatriya clan. Then the Vaishyas, the businessmen. Finally, the Shudras. Then there is a 5th caste, that is untouchables, or these laborers who are treated very differently. As per the book, if a person does good karmas, one is born into a high caste like the Brahmana or the Kshatriya. If one does a lot of bad deeds, one is born as a Shudra or a untouchable. This is the karma theory that is there in the Manusmriti. So in the beginning, the Varna system was there in the Indian society. It is started during the Vedic period, long ago. There were 4 Varnas and it is based on the karma theory like I told you all. Brahmana, what do? They study, they teach and they participate in the yagnas. The Kshatriyas, they do political administration, they are the kings. The Vaishyas, they are mainly into business. Lastly, the Shudras who do manual labor. All the people who belong to these 4 groups are expected to perform their respective roles. So if you are born as a son or a child of Brahmana, you are supposed to continue doing Brahmana, that is perform yagnas. If you want to be a king, can you become one? No. You are not allowed to leave your role and go into doing something else. The 5th group were considered untouchables. They were never considered as humans. So this untouchability began as a part of the Varna system. So the issue of touchable and untouchable is related to profane and sacred ideas. What is the meaning of that? For example, if there is a well and if a Brahmana is drinking water from the well, a untouchable is not allowed to take water from that well. Why? Because they are considered not pure and a Brahmana is considered pure. So this untouchability is because of this idea that you are sacred, you are not sacred or pure. It is there in all socio-economic areas of life. The British government, through its Indian Government Act of 1935, categorized all the untouchables under scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. An analysis of why a group of people stayed outside the village, whether they came from outside or were they pushed outside, provides an answer that how was this untouchability born? Said our very own Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Gandhiji also had to say something about it. Untouchability is a heinous means cruel expression of caste system. It's like a leprosy attached to the Hindu skin. So they fought continuously to bring an end to untouchability. So what is there and what is the main problem? Let us see. The untouchables are in the lowest position in the social strata. They occupy the lowest position only in a caste-based society. Imagine if you are from an untouchable family in India, even if you are very well educated, you may not be considered to be given a job when the practice of untouchability is happening. But if you go to a place where there is no caste system, you will be recognized for your skill, for your talent. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Gandhiji have put a lot of efforts to bring that equality even in India. According to Manusmriti, the book I discussed in the starting with you all, anyone who touches the untouchables had to undergo purification many times. So Vyagrapada Smriti says if a touchable person comes within the distance of a tail or of a cow with an untouchable, he could purify himself with a bath. In Malabar, the untouchables who prepare footwear, they were barred from using them. They are not allowed to use the footwear. They were not allowed to touch the well, tanks that were used by the touchables. So unfair, right? If you see it happening anywhere, you must oppose it. You must help stopping untouchability. They were expected to carry the night soil. Night soil means the excretion of dead animals, of humans, and do all the other filthy jobs according to B. Kuppuswamy. They were assigned the lowest possible positions. And what was the reason? Is it because of their talent? Are they not capable of doing anything? No. It is because of their birth. Because they are born in such a family, they should continue. Such was the rule of the caste system. So they were not allowed to move socially. So they didn't have social mobility. They were kept out of education. This experience even Ambedkar faced in his life. They were kept out of education for many centuries. They were not allowed to even recite the Vedas. They were barred from learning Sanskrit. They were not supposed to learn about the religious texts. They were not allowed to mix with the touchables. Why? Because like I told you all, the touchables were considered sacred and they were considered profane, impure. Education provides an opportunity, said who? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And one gets social justice. So it's a very, very important development. In a democracy, individuals have the right to decide on their personal issues. They should think logically and act. He fought very hard to help everyone understand that education is the most important. One must be given opportunity based on one's skill and education and not because of one's birth. Having realized the importance of education, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that education is a public property. Everyone should get it. And if you all notice, we studied in education and inequality all the various constitutional provisions that were there to ensure education for all. It was all due to the effort Dr. B.R. Ambedkar made. Therefore, he is called as the chief architect of the Constitution of India. Next, let us come and discuss another discrimination. We just discussed untouchability. Now, we are going to discuss the denial of property rights. Students, do you think the law has been equal always? Does a male and a female have equal right over property? Let us see. No, not male and female. Okay, students, restart the same slide. Okay, students, now let's move on to the next aspect where we see if these untouchables have access to property. They are not allowed to own any property. They are only allowed to serve their masters as slaves. As per the Dharma Shastras, the untouchables were denied any property rights. This was very, very inhuman, and it's also a violation of their basic human rights. It should be simple. If a property is for sale, anybody who has the money should be allowed to purchase it. How can one be discriminated? Oh, you're a untouchable, so the property won't be sold to you because even if you have money, we won't give. It is such a violation of very basic human rights. Dr. Ambedkar made a lot of effort to see to it they get equal opportunities in politics and in administration. So they introduced reservation for SC and ST in education and even in the electoral constituencies. The Indian Constitution provides commitment that it will eradicate or remove untouchability because it's very unique in the world, it's only in India. Our Constitution is very, very important in this angle. A lot of legal measures have been taken to eradicate untouchability from India. So, though it is a social problem, it's remained in spite of so many efforts that are taken by other leaders like Jyotiba Phule, Dr. Ambedkar and so on. It has still remained alive. So, now let's look at various legal provisions that are there in the Constitution for eradicating untouchability. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution prohibits untouchability. The Government of India has implemented Untouchability Crime Act in 1955. Civil Rights Protections Act in 1976 have been made by making changes to this Act of 1955. So, untouchability cannot take place in India. This is guaranteed by the Constitution of India. According to this act, practicing untouchability is a crime. Universal rights to vote and participate in election is also given to the untouchables. Reservation has been given to them in the field of education and employment. Who all have reservation? Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and backward classes. There is an act that has been implemented in the year of 1989. It has given responsibilities to the government to eradicate untouchability. So India, the independent India, has taken special interest in providing equality to one and all. This brings us to the end of the chapter, students. Now let us discuss your backside question answers in page 85. Question 1. What are the reasons for social inequality? The fact that people are stratified according to various qualities like gender, caste, profession, class, race is the proof of social inequality. The social inequalities are income sources, education, professional opportunities, health facilities and political representation and participation. Social inequality is a result of already present unequal social opportunities. There's an example given: by neglecting the social service sectors like public health, public education, social security, the life of poor is made so much more difficult. How does gender discrimination take place? Gender inequality is one of the most serious social inequalities. Our social perspectives are interdependent. It's influenced by others' thoughts. It could be our neighbors, our friends, our family. So the motivational issues supporting the education of a boy or a girl has more in social sphere of human life. There is more gender-based inequality in access to school education, food and health facilities. So this is how the gender discrimination takes place. What are the features of social stratification? It is social in nature, it is universal, it is ancient, it exists in different ways. Learn the keywords given in each paragraph in detail. How is untouchability a social evil? Discuss. Discuss means discuss in detail. Write a paragraph. The Varna system was present in the Indian society from the very beginning, maybe since the Vedic period. There were 4 Varnas of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. All belong to these 4 Varnas and they perform the role and responsibility. The 5th group is the group of untouchables. They are not given access to so many resources. The untouchables were expected to carry the night soil, dead animals and other filthy jobs. Why? Because of the birth in such a family. They were not given social mobility. They were not supposed to listen to the Vedas. They were barred from learning Sanskrit. They were not allowed to listen or learn religious texts. They were kept outside of education. But Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has made provisions in the constitution, because of which he is known as the chief architect of the constitution. Students, that brings us to the end of the chapter of social stratification. I hope you all will put great amount of effort in doing the revision questions, in practicing the subjective paper and the objective paper given in the practice segment. Any feedback you all can leave in the comment section on YouTube, or you can chat with me. See you until next class. Bye.